We are taught to view mathematics as a rigid architecture, a grid of absolute certainties. But observe the active reality of sound waves on an oscilloscope. In modern academia, numbers and equations are accepted as the objective language of the universe. Music, by contrast, is treated largely as a subjective human invention, an emotional response rather than a physical law. Ancient Indian epistemology proposes an alternative perspective. Scholars at Dev Sanskriti Vishwavidyalaya point to texts asserting that devotional music, Bhakti Sangeet, and the Sanskrit language actually birthed the fundamental laws of physics. Ancient Indian epistemology approaches the universe as an acoustic instrument, where vibration, not mechanical force, is the primary driver of reality. This perspective originates in the iconography of Lord Shiva as Nataraja, performing the cosmic dance of creation. In his upper right hand, he holds the damaru, an hourglass-shaped drum. The texts state the physical vibration of this drum initiates the material universe. The mythology records a highly specific sequence. At the end of his cosmic dance, Shiva sounds the damuru exactly 14 times. These 14 distinct beats produce the Maheshvara Sutras. These specific acoustic pulses provided the structural foundation for the Sanskrit language, the primal rhythmic cycles known as tala, and the 7 foundational musical notes, or svaras. This iconography serves a dual purpose. It is a theological narrative and a systematic framework for vibrational physics. This acoustic blueprint categorizes all universal mechanics into 3 operational principles: spanda, which is vibration, gornan, or rotation, and kandan, meaning pulsation. Modern acoustic physics terminology aligns directly with ancient Sanskrit vocabulary. Frequency translates to tal, amplitude aligns with nad, pitch matches uchakarja, and oscillation mirrors the concept of aroha-avaroha. These vibrational mechanics were used to define physical phenomena long before the development of modern scientific instruments. This vocabulary was meticulously preserved in ancient Vedic documents and Chanda Shastra texts. While these pages appear to outline the rules for poetic rhythm and musical composition, researchers suggest the rhythmic structures contain complex mathematical frameworks, including geometrical algorithms. These texts indicate that Sanskrit functions as more than a medium of speech. Its phonetics provide a specific framework for measuring the physical world. This structural rhythm governs both the macro and the micro. Alternating currents of electricity and planetary orbits follow the same sine and cosine waves found in musical arrangements. Indian astronomers mapped these sinusoidal cycles early on, constructing massive architectural instruments like the Jantar Mantar to track the vibrational movements of the solar system. This macrocosmic observation was then turned inward. Ancient practitioners viewed the human anatomy as a gata vina, literally a body lute. This forms the basis for Nada Yoga. The human spine features 7 distinct energy centers, or chakras, acting as internal resonators. Each point is mapped to a specific natural frequency associated with the notes sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, and ni. This ancient model uses the same cyclical rhythms observed in galactic rotation to map the internal energy centers of the human body. Tuning the body to external frequencies, known as vibrational entrainment, is a measurable biological reality. Modern neurobiologists use electroencephalography, or EEG, to track the distinct electrical currents pulsing through the human brain. This study examines the structural activation and changes in brainwave activity during sustained yoga and breathing practices. The clinical data details measurable shifts in brainwave states. Precise breathing mechanics and acoustic repetitions correspond to increases in alpha, theta, and gamma wave oscillations. Research in the International Research Journal of Ayurveda and Yoga details the operational links between yoga and Indian classical music, identifying shared methodologies for achieving mental stability. The findings of modern neuroscience provide an empirical basis for what ancient sages recorded. Acoustic resonance has a direct impact on human brain chemistry. Both the rigorous physical disciplines of yoga and the structured practice of Indian classical music aim for the same psychological endpoint, samadhi. The sage Patanjali defined this state as chitta vritti nirota, the complete cessation of chaotic mental modifications and erratic brainwaves. In this framework, music acts as a power step-down transformer. It channels overwhelming cosmic frequencies into a resonance the human nervous system can safely process. This science suggests a conceptual link between the rotational cycles of a galaxy and the electrical firing of human neurons, unified by vibration. By mastering this acoustic framework, we elevate our understanding of the universe, transitioning from mechanical observers to active participants in an eternal cosmic symphony.